Hello, this is Ice and Quinn, and we are in Warframe for Switch in orbit covertly at Earth. We've got a couple things we're going to do. This is part 2 to our Cetus, I believe I said Cetus last episode, mission, but also I wanted to show you guys how to buy blueprints. So we go over here to our console, which is actually, I think, the first thing we get working in the game. I'm going to hit the Y button. And because that's not the button to hit, then I'm going to hit the X button because that is the button to hit. Go to weapons. I'm going to go over here to primary. And it's not going to show me the one I bought. But let's go with this one. No, this one here. Now this one's for sale simply for 25,000 credits. So you could buy it. It is the Brayton, excuse me, standard. This one, which I do have the blueprint for, if you see down here, you press the R bumper and it shows you the blueprint. So I need some Morphics and I need 600 nanospheres right now, and it's a $15,000 blueprint. And there was the Carrick, which is no longer on here. I don't know why. That's the one that I purchased. It was $15,000 for the blueprint, and I had everything but the alloy, which I picked up on a mission on Venus. So when you get your blueprints, you go over here, and you can see I did pick up this in one mission. I think that was in one of the videos. Also picked this up in a mission here. I could build this. This is I'm sorry, I apologize for that. I might build it. It's part of a sentinel weapon. And here's the Burstin. I'm still waiting on parts for it. Those Morphics are hard to get. I usually get them from logins or missions. And I have to be rank 3 to build this. So normally just click on it and buy it and build it. I suggest you do that. That way you can get, like I have here, the Carrick. And I also purchased the blueprint for the Ether Blade, the secondary weapon. I prefer that. I left the primary colors because I normally change them to what I think is purple. These are good guns against Grenier, not so good against the Corpus, because Grenier, you want to do puncture in the Corpus, you want to do impact damage. Shotguns do impact. So we're going to go over here to, well, look at it here first. If you have 25,000 credits, buy the Strun. It's not on my screen anymore because I just purchased it right out because it's 25,000 credits. And any other weapons that you want, you can buy the blueprints for and collect the materials, which is why I'm always collecting materials. So let's head on to Cetus. We need to locate. We can either free roam or do our mission. This happens quite often. There's usually alternate missions or sometimes alternate missions. We want to do our primary mission. And I'm going to be doing submissions live, which I'll put the broadcast up here to show you how to get endo and your credits and mods. Great way to get mods or defense missions. Endo is easy to pick up in the excavation missions. These usually are associated with groups. A couple groups I played with obviously hadn't played like a defense mission, so none of them stayed at the objective. When we do those missions, I'll give some tips on how to cover those. We're still flying in. Okay, everyone start talking. Oh, no one's talking. Let's do a little bullet jump in get moving a little bit quicker here. I'm impressed having. Oh, okay, there we go.
Chronometer. Let me help. I was there. I might be able to.
Well, say it.
Oh, you were there all right, Konzu. You both went out on the plains that day, but only you returned. You expect me to believe this had nothing to do with what happened in our early
Oh my
summers?
gosh.
When I rejected your iron flower, your proposal?
Iron flower. I can't hear this. You know I had nothing to do with his... I miss him too, sire.
Vanishing. Something's up here, huh? I was laughing at the fact that I couldn't hit that rock. There's so many things I would like to explain about what's going on, because this is such a big game. We have not covered a tenth of the story yet. There are twists and turns. And while these stories, I would say, are okay, there's a few that are very good. I'm avoiding these guys because I'm trying to get to the objective. But free roaming on Cetus is a great way to collect experience, some mods, and we'll have a nice time that's different from being on the ships or the planets or the regular missions. And the Fortuna, which should be coming to the Switch hopefully soon, excuse me again, is, from what I understand, even larger. I haven't even seen it on the PS4 yet.
Scanner and search the area for the glass shards we need.
Okay, how we get the codex scanner is we press the down down on the D-pad, and then hit Y to select this, and then we can look through it. I should be scanning just about everything I come across. You see, like that, because you get information and you'll find out where they drop, what they do. I don't want to use up all my scans here. And there's plenty of things to scan. In fact, there are missions where you scan things. When I'm not doing missions, I normally scan quite a bit. There's even a sentinel that'll scan for you. Okay, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, we've got a little area. Oh, it's going to tell us select our scanner, aim, and hold. So this is what we want to scan right here. I've got it mapped out for us.
There should be more in this area.
You can still use your hand-to-hand weapon and your secondary weapon. So that way I won't miss any of that loot. See if I can hit these guys here. You can collect materials from them if you can kill them. Go ahead and grab this. This is not the mission, but... Oops. There's another one right there, so I'll go ahead and put my scan... Well, let me grab this. You'll be building things later and need these. If it's material, you're going to need it. You can buy these scanners also from the store.
Keep looking.
For 500 credits. There's there one up there? No. More of that loot. I believe that's a Gronic. This is one of those animals. Did I even kill it? There we go. Equip the scanner again. Normally you can just move the scanner and it'll beep like that when you come across something, but in this case I think it's probably easier just to look for it within the search area. Some more gems. And more gems if I had the cutter. And looks like more right there. Gems are usually in rocks, and obviously fish are in water. That was my useful tip for the day, fish are in water. I know most of you weren't aware of that. But that's why I make videos, to help everyone figure out the obvious things in life. Unlike me finding this. You know, well, I'll confess, I'm also a little bit visually color challenged, so unless it's floating in the air, it could take me a while to find it. Oh, those of you watching are probably saying, no, it's right there. You've run past it twice now. Slow down my movement a little bit. Maybe they'll get tired of me looking and just point it out. Higher vantage point, possibly. Well, it can't be that hard. So I must be clearly overlooking it. And we're still searching for those who've stayed with me this long. I keep thinking I'm seeing it. Might accidentally scan it. So like an interesting thing here. You would think it's going to be within this cordoned area, or on one of these mounds. Oh, it looks like gems. Well, I might just fast forward it for those of you who have been watching diligently. There's no reason for me to keep running a circle on a video. So I will go ahead and we'll just transition to it until I find it. Well, hopefully you didn't have to wait too long. I actually restarted the mission completely. I don't know if I just couldn't see it or if it glitched out, but there's a clue. You can hear an audio cue when you get close. And there's one right there. And the other one, I'm pretty sure, is always in here. You can hear the audio clue. I actually couldn't see this without hearing the audio clue. So we'll go ahead and scan it and then grab the other one. I opened it last time, but I don't remember hearing the audio clue.
That's it.
Very distinctly heard him
no
this
more
time.
shards here.
Oh, and the first one is an obvious place when you show up. They actually list it. We want to get away from that machine gun there.
Crawl if you have to. I need more glass. It is the key to a power I've never seen.
And we can use those too. Oh, I get this. That's some powerful glass. I want to get my regular weapon out here. Okay. Okay, there's a group down there. We're going to jump and do our shooting. And let's try one of our abilities. Oh, they hooked me. Let's radial
We're near air support
javelin.
incoming.
Look what what we have here. More fertilizer for our Grenier gardens. Your worm-bloated corpse will blend nicely with the excrement on my crops.
Wow, Vahek is a boss that you get to kill later.
Those reinforcements.
I dealt with him.
We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Well, I even changed the contrast in color because I was having a hard time seeing. So I picked up, this is from those critters that I killed. Those are material that you will be using. So for me, it was a little bit longer as I had to restart the mission and go back. Found it within seconds of returning the mission. Scanned the first one and then held off on the last two until I replayed it. So, or until I restarted. Saved everyone time. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Well, there's some more material we picked up. It's pretty handy. All right. We put it together.
What was Vahek talking about back there? What power is he after?
Anko. He found the remains of the Unum's champion, a woman of glass. He studied her, obsessed about her ancient secrets. The Queers of Cetus swore us to secrecy, and the secret held until the Grenier captured one. Can't imagine what they did to get one of them to talk, but Vahek's been after that relic ever since.
Ayo, this Vahek. Could he have taken Uncle prisoner too? Do you think he'd make a trade? This coffer for my uncle? No. That would go against everything Uncle believed in. The sanctity of our people's home, of Cetus. Tenno, you'll need to find the remaining shards.
I've tracked some off-world shipments to a galleon in orbit. Heck may be guarding any key shards he's found up there.
Okay. It looks like we're going to be boarding a Hex ship. This isn't the actual boss battle, though. So, with that said, I guess I'll end this episode here, and we'll go on part 3 of Cetus. Even though we're now off Cetus, we're going to a galleon. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to post them in the comments, or follow me on Twitter and send me messages there. Make sure you have a good day, and I hope to catch you all again virtually later.